All sorts of conferences have been taking place around the world to coincide with the Great Exhibition. And next month, the largest and most important of them all will take place at last. The International Forensic Science Symposium.
It does seem as though criminal investigation needs to embrace scientific methods, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Oh.
London, the global epicenter of culture, science, and wealth, now has a population exceeding 6 million.
Could you imagine 6 million people in one city? Crazy.
Sadly, crime in the capital is growing at a similarly startling rate. So it's imperative that we use the latest scientific methods to investigate and resolve cases as efficiently as possible.
Hey, if that's his goal, cool? Like, this guy is actually so hard to get a read on, because the thing, his stated goal is like, oh, awesome, that's great.
Yeah, we're gonna move society forward and use actual science instead of punches and chalk outlines on the floor.
Yeah, so I'm like...
But at the same time, right now you're listening to this incredibly sinister violin.
Yeah, and I'm looking at him with my eyes. Yeah, and it's just like, I don't... Like, I have my hunch. But I like that, because I have no hard forensic proof. But I'm going on a hunch. I like that. That's good. Ace Attorney's good sometimes, accidentally. Or maybe that's on purpose, who knows?
Yeah.
Which is what's known as forensic science, isn't it?
Exactly. The future of policing.
Egg.
Regrettably, however, Britain is currently dragging its feet when it comes to the adoption of forensic methods.
You must adopt.
Oh dear, that's alarming.
Exactly. It's extremely alarming.
You kind of sounded like Limmy there for a second.
Good.
They're making it go out.
His spirit flows through me.
Yeah.
He keeps shouting exactly at this child's face. I were Her Majesty's Attorney General. You can be sure. The numbers of crimes committed and resolved in London would be very different to the current figures.
Yeah? Okay. Maybe I'm starting to get your deal a little bit.
And I can cite 12 solid arguments and 223 individual reasons to support my claim.
Sorry?
That was too well.
Forensic law is my special interest, you know. By way of apology for keeping you waiting earlier, I shall detail every one now.
This guy really could be Emma Sky's ancestor, honestly.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, how fascinating.
It all began 15 years ago. I was...
How are you doing that with your mouth?
Zoning the fuck out.
Oh, he died. It was
That's
it was so boring. He died. Oh, and fading in again is really good.
And that more or less sums up my feelings on the matter, in the simplest of terms, of course. Essentially, to formally establish that forensic investigation division within Scotland Yard. That is my mission.
Oh, right. Yes, that's wonderful.
Exactly. Wonderful is precisely what it will be.
Just color in.
Iris isn't paying attention at all. She's got her nose in another book now.
Yeah, I'm actually, yeah, Cookie's so right. Imagine the Ryden Armstrong, how about you back it up with a source argument with Strongheart.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's good.
His eyes just glow red.
Oh, is it over? Did you learn anything useful?
No.
She went away.
I actually drifted off for the most part. I think I forgot more things than I learned, actually. He's surprisingly ardent about forensic science.
You can present to the newspaper as well, because you wanted to ask about.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Have you seen this?
The reports of the overwhelming success of the Great Exhibition? Of course.
Yeah, it's great.
No, not that. The story on the back page.
What story?
The missing cat.
Yeah, tell me about this cat.
The Reaper attacked. Ah, that. You've enjoyed some victories in court against my #1 prosecutor, have you not?
Yep. Yeah, I sure have. How do you feel about that, sir?
Poor Mr. Reaper. What happened to him? He wasn't killed, was he?
There's no need for concern. Lord Van Zeeks would not be so easily dispatched, I assure you.
Can you tell us what happened? I'd really love to know. Give me the tea.
Very well. If it interests you.
It does, strangely. Considering how racist he is.
Fortunately, Lord Van Zeeks emerged from the attack unscathed. Street ruffians are no match for that man. He's a very capable fighter.
He's a street fighter.
Sex.
They should put Van Zeeks in Street Fighter 6. I should make Van Zeeks in Street Fighter 6.
Honestly, you could just replace him with like JP with Van Zeeks, and it would make just as much sense.
Yeah, that's true. But that's incredible. They were armed with guns. Why was he attacked, though? Do we know?
It's related to events that occurred a month ago. A leader of one of the capital's criminal organizations was indicted and prosecuted by Van Zeeks.
Van Zeeks won a case? Why did nobody tell me?
It only went off screen. But the man was acquitted. I have no doubt large sums of money were involved behind the scenes. So he didn't win.
He didn't win. Large sums of money?
A deplorable situation. Members of the jury were bribed, it seems. However, despite winning his freedom, the man in question met a dramatic end yesterday.
But you're not suggesting that was the work of the Reaper, surely?
The victim's henchmen certainly seem to think so. He was a man by the name of Asman, Mr. Odie Asman.
Huh? Did you say Asman?
That's the man who died in the big explosion at the Great Exhibition.
Yes, known publicly as an investor, but in reality, the head of a significant criminal organization.
Yo, what the fuck?
We're getting twists before the trial even starts.
Yeah! Unbelievable. I wonder, could I ask you something, Lord Strongheart?
Try me.
Why do you use Lord Van Zeeks as a prosecutor?
He's kind of shit at his job, isn't he?
Yeah, he kind of sucks. Like, I've beaten him every single time. All the criminals who manage to get off in court then meet with mysterious ends outside the courtroom.
Oh yeah, I bet they got off in court.
Oh, I see. And fearful of that fate, they seek to strike at Lord Van Zeeks first. I know there's no evidence that he actually is the Reaper in that sense, but still. Something's clearly going on here.
I have Van Zeeks work for the prosecution service for 2 reasons. Firstly, the man is the best prosecutor in the capital, bar none.
That sucks for you.
And secondly, any deaths of criminals that have occurred outside the courtroom following these trials are nothing to do with him.
But that doesn't make sense! How can you explain the way so many have died if not by someone's hand?
Van Zieks may have earned himself the moniker of the Reaper, but he is no killer. So he will continue to prosecute on behalf of the Crown. Unless he wishes otherwise, of course.
Huh.
Surprisingly uncomplicated answer. He's good at what he does, and he wants to do it, so I let him do it.
Yeah, but... There is... I'm not even thinking about Van Zieks at this point now. Because, like, there is, like, the subtext of what he's saying. Where, like, we're getting confirmation that Van Zieks isn't the one who's doing these things. But obviously someone is.
Van Zieks fangirl.
Or his boss.
He's a boss?
Strongheart!
Oh. Oh, right.
Like the guy we're looking at.
Oh!
Yeah, that's curious. Cause like, I just don't. The motive is weird, but I guess like, it's not really because he really seems to be harping on how the justice system as it is now is like corrupt and bad, and he wants to change it. And so maybe he's orchestrating the deaths of the criminals that he knows are guilty that get off. But that doesn't track 100%. I don't know. Weird. Weird guy. This Strongheart. Hard to put a pin in him.
He's a very complex character.
Yeah, he's a deeper character than we've ever had before.
Well, I must be leaving for my next engagement.
His motives are very complex.
I'm already 11 hours and 16 minutes late. My colleagues may be starting to fidget.
11 hours late? That's quite something.
That meeting had already started when I arrived back here for this engagement with you. So lateness was inevitable. Time stops for no man.
I'm sure it stopped for me during those 12 solid arguments, and 223 reasons. Oh, yes. Where would I find Lord Van Zieks now?
I would assume he's at his office.
Right. I'll go and ask him about the attack in person. I want to get this straight from the horse's mouth. The Herlock doesn't know anything.
Holmes. Away with you now. I'm leaving Professor Hairbrain's defense entirely in your hands.
Of course, yes. Thank you very much, my lord.
Seeing this sprite, honestly, I get it.
Yeah, do you?
I understand why people like him.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Wow, they really want me to go here before this, huh? Oh, it's almost Halloween!
Almost Halloween means it wasn't Halloween.
Fuck you.
Oh, so this is the legendary Reaper's office?
Yes, it appears so.
Ugh. Sends a chill down your spine, doesn't it? What an amazingly deathly atmosphere.
Oh, is that...
A gun? Oh.
That hooded figure was so still I hadn't noticed their presence. I wonder who it is.
What are you doing here?
Why are you wearing a hood, you fucking freak?
It's cold.
Ah!
Wouldn't it be great if he was in his pajamas?
Yes,
Bloody pajamas.
yeah, he has the little, like, nightcap on with a little ball.
Oh, I love his theme so much. It's so good.
His theme is so good. He's as unwelcoming as I thought he'd be. Actually, maybe even more so. Oh, I'm glad to see you're well.
I am.
Yep. Cool. Great, awesome. Ryunosuke, how did you think this was gonna go? He doesn't like you. So, who's the person over by the wall being punished for something or other?
No punishment is taking place here.
Oh.
That's my apprentice, and he's sitting there of his own free will.
Uh-huh.
Chilling.
I didn't know you had an apprentice. It must be the same person who was pictured in the newspaper.
He's very able in combat, a requisite skill for anyone under my tutelage.
You know what's really annoying?
Mm-hmm.
Is that they had to go and depict this character wearing a mask, so I know that their identity being revealed is going to be a surprise. But, like, who it is, I guess I would have no idea. I mean... Kazuma? I don't know. But also, it would be a really good twist if he took off the mask and we had no fucking clue who it was.
The Flash.
Yeah, I have no idea who this is.
Like it is a big reveal. Like it is a significant character, but not to any of the main characters.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Strongheart's long lost nephew or something.
Yeah, and everybody is like, oh, and Ryunosuke is like, oh, okay, sure,
Yeah.
I guess.
Anticlimax.
Yeah. Are you referring to the attack on the Reaper that was reported in the papers? The attack on you, the Reaper? Why'd you say it like that?
The Reaper. I'd be interested to know the Reaper's true identity myself. Assuming, that is, such a fabled fiend genuinely inhabits our great courtrooms.
If it's Kazuma, then Zeeks is a necromancer. Sorry, are you... Look at him? Hello? Obviously. Lord Strongheart said that the assault last night was some sort of revenge attack?
True. Carried out by the henchmen of Odie Asmon's criminal organization. The investigation meant their arrests were imminent, and presumably some hoped to kill me before that happened. So, the pun in his name is it's supposed to be Odious Man.
Odious.
Yeah.
Wow, that is...
Odious Man.
They could have done better, honestly.
Yeah, it's his. To be fair, his Japanese name is really hard to translate.
What is his Japanese
So-
name?
It was Elider Meningen,
Wow.
which is supposed to be homophonous with Erai Dame Ningen, which is extremely bad man.
Great.
That's
Cool. Odorous man. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we'll call him from now on. Odie Asman.
He's always masqueraded as one of London's most powerful financiers, a global investor. He puts 5 brackets around global.
Yeah.
Banzix with his history of anti-Semitism.
He's a globalist.
But his enormous wealth came to him by underhanded means via his criminal activities.
And he used that money to buy himself a verdict of not guilty when he found himself in court, didn't he? Being prosecuted by you, Mr. Reaper?
Yeah, way to rub it in.
But the man got his comeuppance in the end. Yesterday, in fact, in extraordinary circumstances. It was a most unusual cause of death.
I know about that. It was a super high voltage instantaneous kinesis gone wrong. You know something. God damn. Mr. Asman died when the demonstration on the public experimentation stage ended in an enormous explosion.
I think that when Van Zeek sees that he's up against Ryunosuke next to him in court, it feels like when you're like playing at your fighting game locals and like a professional player who happens to live in the area is like your round 1 opponent.
Yeah, it's like, oh, fuck.
It's like, fuck, I'm going home early.
I'm drowning in pools, y'all. Let's go.
Yeah. Correct. And you think I have some sort of divine ability to cause an accident like that to happen, do you?
Well, no, that does seem a little far-fetched. If this man really is the fabled Reaper, then he has to be innocent of this particular death, at least.
Strange how this has worked out, isn't it, Runo? I mean, what with you taking on this professor's defense for the trial tomorrow?
Fuck!
God damn it!
You're going to be defending him.
Oh, yes, that's right. Though I barely know the man's name yet, to be honest.
Fuck.
Son of a bitch.
God's damn it. Albert. Albert Hairbrain.
That's right. Do you know him by any chance?
Of course.
He created me.
He's a contemporary of mine. We were at university together.
You're...
Oh my god, they were roommates.
They were roommates! I'd understood that Professor Hairbrain was from Germany, though. Where do you think the name Van Zeeks is from?
Hairbrain's from a respectable British family. After graduating from the University of London, he moved to Germany to carry out research, that's all.
So you were students together?
I was in the Faculty of Law, of course, and he in Science, so our paths were rarely crossed. But curiously, we got along, though I've not met him since my university days. I certainly didn't expect our next encounter to take this form. And with you, of all people, representing him.
Depression.
Ugh. Only if I make it out of this office alive. He's actually been charged with murder, it seems.
Yes, I know. Because the prosecution will be handled by me.
Yeah, dude, I kind of got... I got that. By you? But you made it sound as if you and the professor had been friends.
We are friends, it's true.
Then why would you do this?
He wants to put him under the jail.
He's throwing collusion.
If the Reaper is the prosecutor, then there's nothing anyone can do to save him.
Honestly,
He's doomed.
Vulpix, that makes so much sense.
What?
Like, so many noble families are named shit like Hairbrain and Fiddlesworth and like...
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
Von Richtenstein and whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, Hairbrain works. That would be a cool name, honestly. I would love to have that name.
Yeah.
What's Lord Van Zeek's thinking?
Meow 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 meow.
What do you mean by what you said before? If you'd like to know the Reaper's true identity, does that mean...
I'm a crown prosecutor and a mortal like any other. I'm no demigod. I'm no Shinigami.
Are you sure?
That's his actual title in Japanese, the Shinigami of the old
Ah, cool.
But they've all died, haven't they? The people you've prosecuted, I mean. Whether or not the trial ended in a conviction or an acquittal.
Those that prosecuted the vilest wretches of our society. Except for those 5 or 6 you defended, evidently they were fine.
Yeah, yeah, they're okay.
People who without questions deserve to be found guilty. The world is a far better place without them.
Damn, okay. But... that's not true of Mr. Natsume, for example. He wasn't a vile wretch at all. Well...
Nor was Ginny. In fact, she was ever so hardworking now.
I can't deny that since I encountered you, things have taken a turn. But the point is thus.
That's basically... feelings.
Yeah.
Like, that's basically a very similar line. What's the...
unnecessary
unnecessary feelings, yeah.
If any of those vile wretches that escaped justice subsequently died in mysterious circumstances, it was at the hand of their own kind. It's not my work.
Lord Strongheart said the same. He believes you're not involved in any way.
But you were attacked by those ruffians because they believed it's true. No, they're just haters.
They are just, yeah, they hate the law.
The fact is, since people started to call me the Reaper of the Bailey, the number of serious crimes in the capital has dropped substantially.
Huh. Oh!
It would appear that even the most hardened criminals can be made fearful for their lives.
Do you mean to say...
I mean to say that if my pseudonym serves as a useful purpose, I adopt it gladly and with honor.
But it's putting you in danger. You could be killed.
If that is my fate, let God decide.
Okay, dude. Lord Van Zeeks. Well, I guess we're done here.
You can examine the place.
Oh, yeah. Hey, freak. It really looks like a punishment to me.
I never seen someone sitting like that before.
He hasn't moved a muscle since we arrived. Do you think perhaps he's dead?
He's dead. If he was dead, Bruno, he wouldn't be sitting up, would he?
I mean, rigor mortis. Well, anyway, dead or alive, he's not overly approachable, is he? I don't think he's going to talk to us.
He's not dead. Look at the hallway at the top.
Oh, there's bats! Ah! They were bats!
Yes, the Reaper's familiars, I expect.
But what about the mutant man in the dark cloak? I thought he was the familiar. Just not the flying kind.
He must be a dear friend of Mr. Reaper, then.
I think the familiar idea is more likely. Scary, though, either way.
He really just has bats in his house.
Yeah, why has he got bats in his house? Who has
In
that?
his office, not even his house. It's his
Yeah,
office.
you're right.
The bats came from a wine cellar that he has
In his office!
Oh, look! It's a scale model of the Great Exhibition Showground.
That's amazing. I wonder why it's here.
Perhaps he made it to take his mind off the sadness of being too busy to attend in person?
Or perhaps he's too embarrassed to queue up for a ticket.
Certainly it's obvious that I'm using it as an investigative aid. You Nipponese have no business painting others as overly reserved.
Ugh.
You, literally a you people.
Yeah, I really didn't think you'd overhear that. Wow, Ryunosuke's really... Ryunosuke's so chill with racists. That portrait really dominates the room, doesn't it? Okay. It's a very majestic outfit and pose, but sadly, whoever painted it didn't do a very good job of capturing Lord Van Zeeks' facial features.
Yes, you're right. I mean, it's not far off, but the artist has exaggerated his subject's handsomeness, I think.
Get wrecked! Ah, that reminds me. I heard Emperor Napoleon of France ordered the artist to make him look more attractive when they painted him.
How vain. That's really not an attractive quality in a person, is it?
No, it's not.
Iris negging fucking Napoleon Bonaparte.
And Van Zeeks.
Yeah.
in his own house.
That portrait does not depict me. Surely that's immediately obvious.
It's not.
You dumb child.
Oh, then who is it? It's my D&D character. I had a wall scroll made. Lord Van Zeeks' desk. Look, that's so stylish.
It's a marble chess set beside it.
Chess. That's the Western version of our Japanese shogi game, isn't it? You know, I'm actually quite good at shogi problems.
Oh, really? You'd probably like chess problems in that case.
I'd love to challenge Lord Van Zeek sometime. To a bout of shogi problems.
He's not playing your Japanese game.
You know he's not. He's not touching that.
If you only really want to challenge yourself, you can always do that on your own at home.
It is really funny proposing that you will not play someone in chess, but challenge them to complete the same chess problems as you.
Yeah. That's weird. God, Ryunosuke's such a weird dude.
Yeah.
He's great.
Look at that fine collection of hallowed chalices and bottles neatly lined up there. You'd think he'd have more.
My hallowed bottles are filled with the essence of finest grapes from the finest vineyards I visit.
He has to get new shipments because he keeps fucking breaking.
Yeah.
And I personally oversee these chalices being made by the finest crystal craftsmen in the world.
Okay,
You
dude.
just break them?
Be more careful with them.
He does not respect the art.
And you throw them around in court like they were worthless.
Get him!
Get his ass!
Yes. Because this imbecile is so unimaginably and repeatedly wide of the mark.
I've
sometimes.
beaten you every time! Oh!
Before you open your mouth next time, you should consider the poor artisans whose work you defile.
You do it! Control yourself, you fucking freak! I hate you!
You absolute child.
So, it's my fault? Silly me, how could I ever have thought otherwise? Jesus Christ! What a piece of shit.
I don't know why that really reminds me of this time I killed a dude in Fortnite and I got a message right away. And it was like the first time I've ever gotten a message. It was like, because my PC is connected to the
Yeah.
Xbox or whatever. And they're just like, you're trash, I'm gonna let everyone know where you are. And it was like, and like so, they like spammed the crying laughing emoji. It was...
I always say if someone sends the crying laughing emoji
They're the maddest
without
they've ever
exception,
been.
yeah, they are the maddest they have ever been in their entire life.
Yeah.
Like you can always tell when Elon Musk is fucking molding because he uses the rolling laughing emoji.
Yes.
Like-
Oh.
No one in the history of human communication has ever used the rolling laughing emoji when they're not fucking pissing themselves with
Yeah.
anger.
Yeah. Oh man. It's always so satisfying too, because that's how you know that they're mad. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I love it. I love that they're mad.
Like it's, you know, I don't like using the tools of the enemy, but that Wojak that's like crying of rage, wearing this like that,
Yeah.
one of the most accurate depictions of the human condition I've ever seen.
100%. Look at all those ancient casks lining the wall there.
Casks in the Reaper's chamber. Or are they caskets?
Nope, they're casks. You don't think all those people who escaped conviction in court are lying inside them? Dead, do you? I like Irison's slow horror. That was really good.
So cute.
What ridiculous notions are going through your head, man? This is my collection of fine vintages. Again, he is madder than he's ever been right now.
Oh, yes, of course. Thank you for clearing that up.
Bruno and I were just musing to ourselves. Don't mind us, Mr. Reaper.
I wouldn't if you hadn't invited yourself to my nonsense within my earshot.
Yeah, we came here just to bother you. Isn't it great? Oh, well, that's the laser.
Yeah.
Why is... Huh. Spoilers! Come on! Is there anything else to look at? I don't think so.
Just quickly check to see if there's any more dialogue added.
Oh, yeah. Nope.
Oh, okay, you're good.
Let's go home! And by home, I mean prison. Look at this fucking nerd reading a book. What an idiot.
Dipshit.
The warden said cell 11. That's this one.
Oh, there's someone rolled up in a ball in the back corner. Look.
What's his name again? Professor Albert Hairbrain, wasn't it? Excuse me, Professor Hairbrain?
Who should voice him?
Well, if we're doing me as Rionos, is he gonna be in a lot?
I mean, he's the client for this case,
I can
so
do
yeah,
it.
he's in court a lot.
Well, because I was thinking if, like, I'm covered with Rionosuke, Alcesti's covered with Iris, then Mina should voice Hairbrain, right?
If you're okay with that, yeah. If you're okay with me talking to myself in court a lot, because he and Van Zeeks have a good amount of dialogue.
Oh.
I can do it.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
do
Actually,
it. I don't think-
yeah, Alcesti can do it.
Okay.
Okay, good. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm gonna gun Shapiro, this motherfucker. Who are you?
I'm Rionosuke Naruhodo. I'm
A lawyer!
yeah. Ah, was it something I said?
I like his theme a lot as well.
A lawyer, you say? what would you be here about the experiment? Are you going to defend my hypothesis?
Your hypothesis? Sorry, I don't.
Yesterday's demonstration,
Just say, hypothetically.
if a man exploded, and it was sort of my fault,
It was your
Could you-
fault.
get me off the hook. For that wet ass P word.
No, no,
Sorry.
no,
I told me I would do this as a joke, but I'm having fun.
no. It's good. I like it.
The magnificent demonstration was. It was an out-and-out success by anyone's calculations. But despite that, no one listens. No lawyer believes in the science. When it's explained, they all leave at high velocity.
This guy does give me Huey vibes. You're right, Mithra.
Yeah.
Vector Gadget sounding ass.
Now's probably not a good time to mention that your zeal made my concentration leave for a while, too. Completely zoned out. You mentioned the demonstration yesterday.
Neighbors have called it a spectacular failure. After all, a man died in the explosion, didn't he?
Yeah.
Ah! Yes, you could interpret the results that way if you wanted to. Well, I suppose in the strictest sense. The experiment was a failure, but at the same time, it was a great success. Sure, a man died, but
You've lost me.
I saw it with my own eyes, right there in front of me. Mr. Aswin was spontaneously disassembled.
Yep, and that's how he died, I think.
Until then, everyone was going exactly as my calculations have predicted. At that point, he should have been beamed to the Crystal Tower by instantaneous kinesis. However,
The machine exploded and Mr. Asman in fact perished.
oh, he was disassembled, alright.
Yeah, he was.
Yes, can't deny that part of the experiment was a failure.
So what you're really saying is the large explosion that killed Mr. Asman was an accident, correct?
The bigwigs had you arrested on suspicion of murder.
Is this coaching? This feels like coaching. But I guess he's not. We're his lawyers, so that's what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
His head looks like a berry.
Or I guess probably supposed to be like an apple, like Newton's apple.
I thought you were gonna be. Oh, it's probably because
Or
he's
like
a fruit.
or like a brain.
Like a hair brain.
Like a hair brain!
That would be so gross if your brand could grow hair.
No, don't say that.
Oh, well, what did you think my thinking was gonna be after saying no?
Oh, I hate that. I'm imagining that guy from Ninja Turtles with a mullet.
Oh yeah, Krang.
Krang with a
Ew.
mullet, yeah.
Mullet Krang.
I was responsible for a man's death. That is the immutable truth here. And for that, I wish to be punished. At once.
Oh, okay.
But... Murder? Never in a million years. It was an accident. Simply an accident.
I see.
Curly and I were talking this morning, you know. He said the situation would change completely depending on whether it was treated as an accident or a murder.
How exactly?
Well, if it really was an accident, then the professor's machine would be kept in protective custody.
On what grounds?
Ah, yes. It's newly established here in Britain. Special dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act.
That one passed me by.
If the case is treated as a murder, then they'll say my machine.
Oh, then they'll say my machine was the murder weapon. And they'll be able to pour over it as much as they like.
Oh. So they know how it works.
They'll find out how it's made, and then they'll be able to copy my idea. My precious hypothesis will be stolen. The machine must be protected from that at all costs. That's why it's imperative this whole incident is shown to have been an accident in tomorrow's trial.
Ah, I see now. That's weird priorities. But sure. So, in short, there was a terrible accident at the Great Exhibition Showground yesterday.
Yes. Or rather, no. The devil is in the details. Strictly speaking, there was a terrible explosion.
Sounds the same to me.
You were demonstrating super high voltage, instantaneous kinesis, weren't you? How fascinating.
Humans, like all matter, are made up of particles that are held together by electrical bonds.
Yeah.
So it must be possible, using a sufficiently high voltage, to break those bonds and beam the particles through space. If I just shock a person hard enough, like it's in the movie.
Sure.
That's it in a nutshell. That's my idea, you see? That's my amazing hypothesis.
Gosh, that's unimaginably high-level science.
Oh, but dare to imagine it. Dare to dream of such incredible technology. Just think, one moment I could be here in this style, and the next, I could be at the Great Exhibition again.
Well, yes, that would be incredible.
Look at him boogie. And the next, in the mere blink of an eye, I could be in a great Parisian theater, say. Possibilities are endless. The whole of our vast planet would be within reach.
And space, right? So no more hiding in wardrobes on rocky seas for 50 days?
I don't really see it like that.
What do you mean, Iris?
Well, if you could travel anywhere in the world instantly, the planet wouldn't really seem vast anymore, would it? I think it would feel shrunk.
It's longer than you think, Bruno.
I agree with Iris here, actually.
It's the Stephen King short story kind of about teleportation called The Jaunt.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it if you haven't read it, but it's really good and scary, and it's like 2 pages long.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's good.
My word, that's exactly right. What are the implications? What does this mean?
Oops. That's got Professor Bunny Brain really worried by the look
Bunny
of it.
brain! Clearly, this is yet another case of just because you can doesn't mean you should, I suppose.
Point is, my calculations are flawless. The science works. But without a practical demonstration, it means nothing. And that's always the fly in the ointment. Oh, get it out.
Ew.
Because practical demonstrations cost a lot of money. Money that young scientists like you don't have.
They also
Poor
cost
bozo.
They also cost lives, clearly.
Yeah. That's exactly it, yes.
Charlie's always complaining about it. Says the government should invest more in science.
Well, anyway, I bumped into him at the right time. I met the well-known investor, Mr. Asman.
The victim who died in yesterday's terrible accident, you mean? Huh. The full name of the man who died in yesterday's accident was Mr. Odie Asman, wasn't it? What exactly was your relationship with the man?
First visited me in my laboratory in Germany a year ago now. He said he wanted to invest in my immaculate hypothesis. I thanked my lucky stars.
Okay. I see. So you hadn't really known each other until then?
Nope. Money for scientific research. I'm so envious.
As far as I was concerned, the man was an angel.
Iris needs to go on Shark Tank with her cat flap gun. Oh, really?
An archangel, even.
Nope.
He was prepared to fund a practical demonstration of my hypothesis for presentation at the Great Exhibition. And if that went well, I could expect additional financial support for the rest of my
Why
research
is
for the
he
British government.
doing that? I don't like that. Don't
What, the
stop!
shimmy?
Stop it! Stop the shimmy!
Ooh, look how
No!
sexy I am.
No!
Ooh, I do science. You hate it so much.
I hate
Mr.
him.
Aspen provided me with money and an exceptional engineer. He produced a machine to my precise specifications.
But then, your dreams were blown to dust in one enormous explosion, along with a man.
Wait. Huh. Okay.
As you can see, I owed everything to Mr. Aspen. I would never, ever have thought of taking that man's life.
Well, he seems genuine enough. I don't think he's lying. Great.
Hey, look at this.
Hey, you're in this.
That's your mugshot. Oh, how could this have happened?
You must feel awful. As well as the man losing his life, the Crystal Tower was greatly damaged too.
I know what happened. It must have been that.
That?
The day before the demonstration, I had my usual meal of frankfurters at the hotel restaurant.
Okay.
You know I love sausage in my mouth.
Apparently.
When I paid the bill, they gave me 3 shillings too much in change. But instead of saying, I just slipped the coins into my pocket. They're still there now.
They let you keep those?
Divine retribution for my wrongdoing. That's what this is.
For a scientist, he has some very illogical anecdotes. Long and illogical. That's like Tommy from HLVRAI. Professor Hairbrain thinks that if you drink a lot of soda, you can see faster.
His dog's name is Sunkissed.
Sholmes is just like, that's not true.
Alright, I guess we're done here? It doesn't feel like we are.
If you check the move screen, Iris has some hints.
Can I move? Oh, this.
Press the sleigh button.
Huh.
Maybe present him your badge, just because you're going to be representing him.
Oh, maybe. Fuck.
Ah, fascinating, yes.
In Japan, where I come from, it's the symbol of a defense lawyer. Wearing it is very bracing, I find.
Your words make some sense to me. They are entirely illogical.
What do you mean?
Well, for example, I find this white laboratory coat that I wear for my work very bracing too. However, in my case, there's a perfectly logical reason for that feeling.
Oh, really? What is it?
I purchased the wrong size by mistake. This one is too small for me. The sleeves especially are extremely bracing. I can barely move my wrist.
And yet he can still do a little jig.
A little schmoove.
Yeah. That's what you call logical, is it?
Of course, it's entirely logical. That's science, Mr. Naruhodo.
Well. Great. Is Herlock here? Nope. Hi. Hello.
I'm in here.
What to do?
I'm so excited about the prospect of Naruhodo's Anything Consultancy opening for business again.
That's not what it's called. It's Naruhodo's legal consultancy. I've done a lot of studying in these past 6 months. reading law texts and judicial precedents. I'm sure I'm a better lawyer now. I can't wait to start practicing again.
Nothing's changed here at all, though, has it? It's as though time has stood still in here since Susie went back to Japan.
He's just like, God, I miss her.
I should call her. I wanted to keep it ready for Miss Susato in case she was able to return to Britain at any point. So I've just left everything the way it was.
Oh, I see. Right. And there was me thinking it's just because of the way you are, Bruno.
Oh, wait, wait, what did she call it? Naruhodo's Anything Consultancy. That's a good reference, actually. Yeah, that's a really good reference. I actually didn't catch it because it's been a while since we played the second trilogy. Which I guess you could call it that. Yeah.
You know, doesn't bother you to tidy up, I mean.
That scared me.
You typical male.
Someone's raiding. Hello, Crystal! Hello. I'm playing Ace Attorneys. Actually, why did I go to OBS to see that? I could have seen that in the chat. Anyway. This isn't giving me the information of what to do, by the way.
He's just roasting him.
This isn't the time or the place to bring up my tidiest, or lack of it. Great, should I look around here?
Wow, he really doesn't clean up.
Now, at first glance, my desk here might look as though it's in a mess. However, it's not in a mess at all. Everything is exactly where I want it to be. Oh, this boy has ADHD so bad. But whenever Miss Susato looked at it, she'd put her hands on her hips and say, "Oh dear." Her way of saying that I should make it a more orderly and neat mess. I miss that. Aww!
You sound just like Hurley, you know. He says the same about his mess.
It's the kind of...
Kings.
Yeah, I know, right? It's kind of logic that transcends international borders, obviously.
We're all the same.
We are truly all the same.
We are one race, the 88 race.
Yes, the Dharma doll I brought with me from Japan. I always intended to color in the other eye once I'd become a fully fledged lawyer. But it's still winking at me, like it's trying to say, I can wait, take as long as you need. Or maybe not. I'll also have to keep on doing the best I can, I suppose.
We color it in for you, Bruno. Just that one eye, is it?
Don't shoot
Like
it!
my gun.
No, it needs to be done with a bit of ceremony, Iris. It's not just a toy for coloring in, you know.
Oh.
Okay, hey, be nice. Come on now. I never did see what Miss Susato's room looks like. I could go in now, of course, but I don't dare. They say a young maiden's private chamber is a place of bittersweet secrets. Although from the laughter I used to hear when you would visit, I imagine it's mainly sweet.
Oh, we used to have such fun in Susie's room. She told me all sorts of interesting things about your country, you know.
And you.
And you.
Okay, I'm gonna look at this shovel.
Oh.
The office spade. Now that Mr. Sato's gone, the shovelers aren't represented to correct me. Maybe I'll have to do it myself. That's not a spade, Mr. Naruhodo, it's a shovel.
Ah, so you're a spader, are you, Bruno? What, you want to paddle it
No!
out?
Alright, I'm not going to argue with a native English speaker who has some kind of gun. Some kind of gun! We don't even know what this one does yet.
Maybe just start, like, presenting stuff to people. Like, present Van Zeeks with your armband. Did you present Hairbrain with the newspaper article already?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first thing I did.
Okay, maybe present the armband with Van Zeeks.
Okay. Charles going to sleep?
Gunai.
Good night.
You fell all the way down the stair.
Wow!
Giving a Victorian child a monster.
Why would yeah, basically. Why would he drink coffee at the top of the stairs in the first fucking place?
He just like drank it here and then somehow tripped all the way to the stairs.
Hi, check this out. I know you've seen this around my arm before, but
What is it exactly?
it's the mark of a defense lawyer. In Japan, at least.
And what's your reason for shoving it to a British prosecutor?
Oh, well, I don't know, really.
Oh.
I can understand, at least. There's merit in reminding yourself who helped you become what you are today.
Oh,
But that's a personal matter. Something you may want to keep close at all times, not something to flaunt.
no, I suppose not. Thank you for understanding, though. Oh, I got an achievement for that.
Oh, nice. Inspirational roots.
Huh. That's actually a nice Van Zeeks moment.
Yeah.
Okay, is
I
there...
don't know. I feel like it has to be Hairbrain, right? Like, that has to be the progression.
You would think, but like, I don't think there's a whole lot to look at the prison. But also, like, when we were talking to Van Zeeks, the game didn't, like, take a moment to be like, okay, go do something else now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Conversely,
I can't even examine anything here. So it's not that. I've done that. We talked about how the tower was damaged. And then we talked about how the armband is bracing. I've shown Van Zeeks both things. I talked... Cookie. Hey, Cookie? Yes! Sholmes? Hey, I don't know what to do. At Stronghearts? No, he's not gonna fucking be here.
And you presented the paper to Van Zeeks already, right?
Yeah. I think. I'm pretty sure. Or not. Maybe I didn't. This is new. That's this is the kind of little thing where I'm kind of annoyed by Ace Attorney a little bit, where it's just like, you can think that you've presented someone something, but you're wrong, and there's no way the game's gonna tell you that.
Yeah, you just gotta rub everything against everyone else.
Yeah. Lord Van Zeeks, about the article in this paper.
Yes, it seems there was a reporter nearby when the little skirmish took place.
Yeah, almost need a checklist or something, huh? Almost! Maybe it's almost as if the later games in the series have that!
I had no idea I'd been photographed. It was careless of me.
Looks as though it was taken after the people who attacked you had run away, though.
Actually, wait. Are those games later than this? Spirit of Justice isn't.
No, so, Ace Attorney 5 was 2013, Grey Ace Attorney 1 was 2015, Ace Attorney 6 was 2016, and this was 2018, I believe.
So they should know better! They've put the checklist in the games!
No, those were Yamazaki's games, though. These are Shutakumi's games.
Oh... That's such a good addition to Ace Attorney. Like... yeah. That's annoying.
Rest assured, the police have already apprehended every last one of them.
But there's someone else fighting alongside you, it seems.
My boy.
And I think it's the same man who's sitting over there as we speak, isn't it?
The bats are back.
Oh yeah, they are!
As I mentioned already, he's my apprentice.
He's my little man.
Perhaps you could tell us a little more about him?
No.